Welcome to Looking at Legal Stuff. Today we have a child support contempt hearing with a stay-at-home dad who cops a snarky attitude with the judge, who wants to know when he's going to get a job. The man, who's never ever made a single payment, claims he's unable to work until his child is school age because he can't afford to pay for daycare. You know, because he doesn't have a job. Let's see what the judge thinks of this excuse.
All right, the next matter is Damian Weatherwax versus Randy Sherwood. That's file 21-18689-DS. I do see Mr. Weatherwax is here. Ms. Sherwood is here as well. This is a show cause that was adjourned from last month. There was some the recommendations of the referee that Mr. Weatherwax be found in contempt. There was findings that he had an arrearage, had not made a payment since 2021. He's not worked, but does have the ability to work. Ms. Krause, where are we at since the last court hearing?
There has been actually no payments ever made on this case. The case started in September of 2021. He did have the option to make a purge payment of $2,500 prior to the hearing. That has not been done. Based on that information, the friend of the court would request contempt proceedings. His support obligation is $120. The current balance on the account is $5,081.
All right, Mr. Weatherwax, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I haven't been able to get a job because I don't have someone to watch my child, so making those payments has not been realistic.
What child is that?
Jamison Weatherwax.
All right. I assume that's not the child that you share with Ms. Sherwood?
That is the only child I have. I'd share it with Ms. Sherwood, yes.
So why can't you work when she has the child?
Because I live in Indian River and I have not been able to find a weekly job, like week on, week off job. It's full time or nothing around here.
You do realize that lots of people have shared custody of their children and they work full time.
Okay, but the weeks that I have my child, I would not have a babysitter for him, so I would not be able to work that week and I would lose my job rather fast.
Why don't you have a babysitter?
I don't have money to pay a babysitter.
If you had a job, you would.
I haven't been able to have a job. When
Why not?
I had a job, me and her met. She got pregnant with Jamison. She left me. I did not have someone to watch my child from then on. So I've been stuck without a job for almost 5 years.
Do you understand how ludicrous that sounds?
No, I see the logic in it. I don't have someone to watch my child while I'm at work.
99% of the population that have split custody have exactly the same issue that you do, and they're all working. Why should you stay home and not work?
Because I don't have someone to watch my child. I've already said that.
And I'm telling you that that's a ridiculous excuse.
So you want my 4-year-old child to stay home alone while I go to work?
No, I want you to put it in daycare like everybody else in the world does.
Are you going to pay for that?
No, you are. That's the point of being a dad. That's the point of being a dad. Make it work.
No, the point of being dad is to raise a gentleman that knows how to behave and whatnot, which is what I'm doing. It is not mandatory that I pay the government money.
It is mandatory because there's a court order that says that you shall.
Because you guys want to steal from me. You guys don't have to do anything with this child. You shouldn't receive money because I have a child with somebody else.
The government is not receiving the money. The government is acting as a pass-through so that the mother gets the money. That's where the money is going. It's supposed to go.
And we've already said many times, neither one of us want the money. The last judge that handled our case told us flat out, the government needs their money. That's why this is being pushed.
The government is paying because you're on public assistance. That's where the government is being reimbursed for that. Okay, if you're gonna be on public assistance, the government, this is not a freeload society, sir. You want to stay home and get government benefits and not pay for them. That's not going to happen.
I don't receive government benefits at all.
Somebody in your family does,
My child.
right?
I do, Your
For
Honor,
your
for our child.
Yes, yes, for the child. The government is helping to pay for your family, whether it's you specifically or not, sir. The government is involved because your family is not paying its own way through life. Sir, if there's not going to be a change in your behavior, if you're not telling me, if you're telling me that you're not going to go to work, I am going to find you in contempt of court and I am going to put you in jail. So which is it? You're going to get a job or you're going to go to jail?
When I have sufficient means to have my child watched so that I can work, I will. That is the plan. He starts school this fall, and I'm going to look into
Sir, you didn't
employment
hear
then.
me. You did not hear me.
I
Are you
answered
gonna
your
get a-
question.
No, the question was, are you going to get a job or are you going to go to jail? That's the question. Today, now, are you going to get a job or are you going to go to jail? Which is it?
Sounds like I'm going to jail because you can't listen to what I'm saying.
I heard exactly what you said, and you didn't answer my question. The question was, do you want to go to jail or do you want to get a job?
And I answered it. I told you in the fall, I will be able to get a job when I have constant someone to watch my child for me. I don't have someone to watch my child for me so I can go to work right now.
All right, Mr. Weatherwax, you are going to report to the Otsego County Jail. Today is July 11th at 6 p.m. If you fail to report to the jail, a bench warrant will be issued on Monday for your arrest, and you'll be found and taken to the jail at that time. You may be released from the jail upon a payment of $2,500 towards your arrears, and a hearing will be set. If you fail to make the payment, a hearing will be set next month to determine whether or not you should remain in jail. You're found in contempt of court for your failure to follow the court's orders. That's all, sir.
Was that it, Your Honor?
You're free to go, ma'am.
Thank you.